Hey guys, welcome back to the Musings of Maverick channel, where I'm your host Maverick, and today we're going to be watching the Promised Neverland episode 3. So, last episode we got a little bit better understanding of the situation. We saw how insurmountable the odds were. There are so many factors stacked against our protagonist, and in the end we even made the situation more complicated by adding a second guardian adult figure into the mix. So, I mentioned in my last episode review that there were 6 different points which I feel need to be addressed before these kids can make their escape. And of these, I think the most important would be 1, they need to find a way to remove the tracking system, and 2, they need to see if there's any possibility of either killing or, if not killing, maybe immobilizing or knocking unconscious these guardians, because I think under this constant surveillance, there's no way that they can have a successful escape. So I'm looking forward to seeing in this episode how they're going to start analyzing this situation and then maybe make some theories and then start experimenting with them. So I skipped the opening. Oh, that reminds me. One word of disclaimer: I have a sore throat right now, so if I cough a little bit here or there or stumble over words, please bear with me. Okay. So, I skipped the opening, and let's get into the episode right now. And begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Right in the middle. And the next day. So what are you guys going to do? So were they bred specifically? Or are they actually demons themselves? Yeah. That's the most important thing. Radio waves. 2015. 2015? But it's 2045 right now, right? Yeah. Start with a hypothesis. Probably in this, the mark. Hmm. Senpai. Okay. Seems like these two also have some things going on between them as well. Huh. This might be able to be exploited. Oh?
私は何の仕事で呼ばれたのですか？
秘密を知られた。車の荷台も見られてる。
では規則通り直ちに見つけて即時出荷を。
待ちなさい。大丈夫よ。すでに標的。
Yeah, it's pretty obvious actually.
年長の子供2人。でも出荷まで逃がさなければいいのよ。私の子供は特別なの。これはプラントの利益でもある。
上に報告しないんですね。
しないわ。標的は叱るべき。
Yeah, she doesn't want to tarnish her record and also
何も考えず見張りでいれば。
still be able to ship them off as goods.
このハウスのママは私。あなたは私の補佐役。いいわね、シスタークローね。
イエスマム、イザベラ。そうなのよ。私も驚いちゃったわ。まさかあの超優秀なイザベラが。
What the hell is that?
しかも上には報告しないでミスをもみ消そうとしてるのよ。でもここで手を貸しておけばイザベラに恩を売れて私も。
Oh, she's just talking to herself? Okay.
あらあら、どうしたの？そんなにワンワン泣いちゃって。ほら泣かないで。あなたも嬉しいでしょ、私がママになったら。そしたら今より忙しくなるけど、あなたなら応援してくれるわよね。他の子に焼き餅焼いてわがまま言ったりしちゃダメ。
Maybe she lost her child to the farm?
もしかしてこれってチャンスなんじゃない？私がママになるの。いつかじゃなくて今なんじゃない？だって私が秘密を知った子供を捕らえて違反を告発したら、イザベラ
Another layer of mind games.
だったら言うこと聞くふりしてママの座奪う方が早いんじゃない？標的は捕らえてチクって。
You know, I was just thinking, if this was a Disney movie or something, she would be singing right now.
私がここのママになるのよ。一刻も早く見つけなくちゃ。
Alright.
ずいぶん懐かれているね。ああ、子供たちが懐いてる大人2人をどう出し抜くか。
And this is another part of the thing you need to solve.
何よりまずいのは鬼への通報。脱獄初動で化け物たちに追われること。阻止する方法は一つ。ママとシスターを。
Yeah. As I was saying.
ノーマンとレイね。
はい。
テストフルスコアなんですってね。
はい。
すごいわ。よろしくね。仲良くしましょう。
Okay. She's up to some no good.
聞かれたか。いや、大丈夫。あのシスター、ここへ来たのは監視のためだけじゃなさそうだね。どういう意味だ？見る目が違った。きっと疑っているんだよ。僕ら年長者。彼女はどこからその情報？
Isabella.
決まってるだろ。ママだよ。ママの手は確実に僕らに。
It's pretty obvious, you know. Like I said, you can't keep on running around doing stuff when you have tracking devices implanted in your body.
考えろ。敵の立場で発信機は鬼も食べない。だから取り出しやすい場所。私ね、どこ？聞きたいことがあるの。あの日の夜。
Mm-hmm.
何それ？虫刺され？これは病気の検査のために採血した後だって昔ママが。ナイラにもフィルにもマルクにもコニーにもあった。誰の耳にもある？もう消えちゃったんだよ。そりゃそうだよね。私は10歳。
Is that it?
10歳だもんね。うん。思ってたよりずっと小さいものだったんだ。
You should probably stop thinking out loud, dude.
いや、小さな傷跡だから消えちゃったんだなって。
Come on, keep it together.
守らなきゃ、この子たちを。
定時連絡。こちら73584第3プラント。10月17日、異常なし。では通信を切断。イザベラ。グランマ。
Grandma.
伝言を預かっています。例の3匹、予定通り出せるな。良いですか、イザベラ。今年は総じて他のプラントの実りがよく。
So there are other plants.
ティファリで捧げる一番の上物を出荷できるのは
Tifari.
あなたのプラントだけなのです。はい、元より承知しております。ボスにお伝えください。万事順調。いつでもどの子でもと。
そうか、出せるか。それはあの方もさぞお喜び。
Okay.
抜かるなよ。あの方の御前は特別なのだ。我らと違ってな。では諸君、我々も収穫を祝おう。
Again with the roses.
あの方に祈りを。
What is the significance of the roses?
確かにこれは気づかねえな。再結婚なんて話も初めて知った。そんなすぐ消える後なのか。
You guys can discuss this, somewhere near.
疑ってこなかった。ごめん。
いや、お手柄だよエマ。これで発信機の場所や形、大きさが分かった。次に進める。
場所の次。
壊し方。どうする？切開して調べたとしても。
ママに紙を書き上げられたら
一発でバレる。
だな。ま、簡単に壊せるかどうかは置いといて、俺たちに埋められている発信機は機能としては割と甘い。
甘いの？
なぜなら個人の信号を特定できない。
No, they can't?
位置がわからない。門や塀に近づいても通知一つしない。
でも埋めてる。
そう。なぜか。発信機さえ健在ならどこまでも追える自信があるんだろう。
待って、それってもし通知するなら発信機が壊れた時ってこと？
その可能性もあるわな。
どういうこと？
壊れた時だけアラームと
I think it's also a bit leap of logic to say that
まあ通知なんてものがあれば
they don't
でも
specifically discern between the different childs.
考えると簡単には否定できない。
うかつに触って壊すのも危ない。
壊すのはあくまで逃げる。
Alright, so probably Crone is
どうやって壊す？
spying on them?
それなんだけどこの形と大きさちょっと思い当たることがある。この件は俺に任せてくれないか。
いいの？
ああ。
レイが言うなら任せた。
あとは全員を連れ出す方法。問題はみんなママを信じきっていること。
Yeah,
多分真実に耐えられないことだ。
that's correct.
嘘ついて連れ出すとかになるのかな。
Not a good idea.
能力不足な。わかりやすく言えば足手まとい。
レイ！
でも事実だろ。運動が苦手なやつもいるし、ろくに歩けない赤ん坊。
Oh wait, actually, is it that other girl
それに
who's spying on them?
考えがあるの。
The other child?
鬼ごっこ。ノーマンが鬼でみんなが逃げるの。
遊びのふりをした訓練ってことか。それならママにもバレない。
体の使い方は私が教える。頭の使い方は
任せて。
Oh, really? Okay. That's an interesting solution to the problem.
焦るな。考えろ。どうすれば逃げ切れるか。ノーマンはそういうのを見逃さないぞ。風を読め。逃げやすいのはどっちだ？
That's an interesting solution to the problem.
面白い。前より全然捕まらない。これなら俺もいけるかな。うまく逃げたと思ったのにね。
自分の痕跡残すだけじゃダメだ。相手の痕跡も見ねえと。
そうなの？
ああ。それにノーマンはお前らの癖も読んでる。例えばトーマ。
お。
That is such a creepy smile.
楽しそうね、鬼ごっこ。私、みんなと仲良くなりたいの。鬼ごっこしましょう。勝負の時間は20
Is she trying to
私が鬼よ。
tell them there's no way you can escape? Okay.
7、8、9、10。さーて、見せてもらおうじゃないの。あの女の特別な子供たちよ。
さて、敵はどう動く？まずは僕らを探すだろう。その途中でチビたちを根こそぎ捕らえる。そんなところだろう。
That is some impressive athletic ability. And in those maid uniforms too.
なにこの静けさ。本気出しちゃおう。
Okay.
全然追ってこない。
手を変えたか。
あれ？
残念でした。
なんでみんな一箇所に？
これで年少者をおびき寄せたんだ。ただのバカじゃなさそうだ。
So it seems that all the moms are actually also recipients of perfect scores as well. So they're every bit as intelligent and athletic as the others. Holy crap.
ちょっと聞いて。シスターマジ辛い。ドンとギルだもん。
やべえよ、どこまでも追ってくる。
俺、ノーマンが鬼の時よりペース早いよ。口閉じて。
Oh? Oh?
二人抱えて走り続けて疲れたでしょ。
Her face, man.
休まなきゃ動けないわよね。知ってる？ノーマンの弱点は体力。昔体が弱かったんですってね。レイの弱点は諦めが少し早いところ。判断が早い分切り捨ててしまうのも早いのね。そしてエマ、あなたの弱点は甘さ。追われているのに他の子抱えて逃げちゃうような甘さよね。諦めて出てきなさい。悪いようにはしないわ。ねえエマ、もしあなたがあの日収穫を
Whoa.
私はあなたの味方よ。見つけた。
Come on, don't be stupid.
残り何分？
8分40秒。
You guys can't beat her in running, right? Yeah, so she goes after Norman first because his physical ability is a bit less.
これがここのフルスコア。
タイムアップ。
Okay.
ノーマン、レイ、エマ、アンド。
あれから何もして てこないね、あのシスター。
それはきっとママの指示だ。ママも最初は僕らを疑っていたけど、今はそうは見えない。
どうしてだろう。
どう思う、レイ？
お前はどう思うんだ、ノーマン。
ママは自分で動かなくてもいいように影で手を回したんだよ。
どういうこと？
ママにとって一番楽な状況って何？それは何もしなくても僕たちの動きを知れること。
でもここには監視カメラも盗聴器も。それって。
そう、おそらく
すでに他の見張りがいる。多分子供たちの中に
内通者がいる。
Oh. This is... I feel like they may need to... Maybe some other time had passed? Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I'll see you guys after the ending. Alrighty, so that was episode 3 of the Promised Neverlands. Well, we got a lot of information this time. I'm glad that they started to actively pursue the steps, the hurdles that they need to overcome, including, as I mentioned, the device tracking, as well as they need to find some way to remove the two guardians from the picture, or at least they somewhat mentioned it, right? Because first of all, you need to, well, let's talk about the latter part first, because I was kind of spoiled by a comment, but in any case, I still feel that there's no way that they are going to be able to escape as a group with everyone without at least finding some way to immobilize or maybe knock unconscious, knock out, or even kill the two guardians. There's just no other way that it can happen. So that's definitely something that I'm interested to see what kind of experiment they will try to do later in order to test this. And also in regards to the device tracking, it's good that they were able to eventually find out what place it was implanted in. Although, if personally, I'd be a little bit more cautious in saying guessing the capabilities of this exact device. I feel it would still be much more safer if they could actually get a hand on or look at the actual tracking display in order to make those kind of decisions. Like, there's actually a lot of stuff where, for instance, they're so confident that they're not being wiretapped, eavesdropped, maybe some sound recorders put in strategic places, or heck, even their device. Maybe it can transmit audio. You never know, right? So definitely, I feel like that is a little bit overtly optimistic, I guess you could say. But in any case, if it does come up, if it does come up, then we'll talk about it later again. Maybe this is just a simple stat, just a straightforward stat, but I would still try to be on the safe side. More information is needed. You need to gather more information. And speaking of the two sisters, or the mom and the sister, Isabella and Chrome, so it seems, judging from what happened within this episode, they were former child within these farms. It seems that they are basically picked from the top of the crop. So in this case, they also got perfect scores and whatnot. So that brings another interesting dynamic into the whole overworld. And we also see what is the importance of leaving these three protagonists, Ray, Norman, Emma, alive, because they need to be prepped to be served to, I guess, this super boss dude, right? Probably like the leader of the aliens or whatnot. I mean, not aliens, but monsters. I'm still not sure where they came from. So, yeah. And not only that, so they have perfect scores, they're athletic, they're smart. So again, you probably need to remove them from the picture before you do anything. And then also, something I found very interesting was the interaction between Isabella and Crone. So yeah, we got the whole monologue thing from Crone in the end, how she plans to backstab Isabella. But at the same time, I feel like Isabella isn't stupid, right? This should be something that she has taken precautions of. Otherwise, it seems a simple leap of logic, right? To infer that, okay, confiding in your own mistake with this other person who wants to be promoted might not be the best idea. So I definitely think there's another back and forth going on between Isabella and Crone, and it's definitely not one-sided as we see in this episode. In fact, I'm wondering because Isabella specifically mentioned to Crone that she suspected two of the eldest child. So perhaps that was a classic misdirection to try to convince her to say, okay, yeah, there's only two, there's not three. I don't know. I might be thinking a little bit too much into it, but I do feel like Isabella knows more, and she is much more cunning than is shown within this episode. So, yeah. And then finally, in regards to the traitor, well, this kind of goes into another point that I raised up last episode, which is the trust factor, right? Who are you going to trust more? This mom, this guardian figure who has taken care of you for how many years now, versus some other kids who you're not even related by blood, and you know, it's a mess to even consider who is like which person you should trust more, right? But that's definitely something that needs to be solved in the near future as well. So this traitor could possibly have been. There's two ways to look at it, right? One is what I just mentioned. Maybe they trust the mom and sister more than they trust some random kid spouting nonsense, right? Or the traitor could be being groomed at a young age to eventually be a mom, sister, or caretaker of one of these kinds of farms, because apparently, at least judging from this episode, that is what happens. So, definitely, I feel like this is the time to maybe play some more misdirection and mind games. Talk about deliberately false information, and then try to see how everything can trace together to find out who the traitors are, and also maybe find a way to see under why exactly did they turn into a spy, right? And what is their motivation? Is it purely because of trust, or is it because some other incentive, so on, so forth. Yeah, I think that about covers everything I want to say. Like I said, I definitely enjoy the fact that they are going through these stuff one by one by one. They're not going into it immediately thinking about, oh, this wall is so high, how exactly can we get over it? No. They took things from the highest priority. They set some hypothesis, they tested it out, they gathered information, gathered results, and so they're doing it step by step. And I love it because that's how you should problem solve. So yeah, that was a great episode. I'm glad that they start working out these problems. I think one other thing I would say, if I was in that situation, probably should start doing, is they need to do some intelligence gathering of their own, right? What I mean by this is maybe they should find a way to see if they can spy on Crone or Isabella. Because since there's two people here now, they're bound to chat with each other or talk with each other. Maybe that's the prime time where you can gather information as well. So, I think that about covers it. Let me know if I missed anything significant. I kind of feel like maybe this episode went by a little bit too fast. I'm not sure if maybe they condensed a lot of the I think it's manga, right? Maybe they condensed a lot of the manga into this one episode, so it feels like they are making a lot of jump to conclusions, which I don't think you can that confidently do. But in any case, if that's what really happened, please let me know as well. And if not, well, good on them. And I guess I'll see you guys next time.